another episode of Tomo's Tune-Ups. On this episode, we're doing the Rylstone Classic for 2025. So folks, welcome back. Thank you very much for tuning in. As I said, we are doing the Rylstone Classic for 2025. We've got Chris in the Mark III 1330 behind me. I'm in 1974 Leyland, which is Grace, and I got my father-in-law as well, Michael, or AKA Pop is his radio sign, in his, I think it's a 2020 model Mitsubishi Lancer. So we're doing the Rylstone Classic. Today is Friday the 8th of August 2025. And we are making our way to Newcastle. Now, I should also note that Chris has a camera in his car. This is the first time Chris has been able to properly drive his car since getting it rebuilt. We've had to tune the carbies, we've gone and done a 1-2-3 ignition, and now this is literally the first time he's driven it and got an experience for it. So shortly, we'll cut to his car and you'll get an inside view as to how and what he thinks the car drives like. So you're going to get his immediate reaction. Now, I'll probably see this obviously before you guys because I'm going to edit the video, but you're going to get his instant reaction as to how it goes. I was working on his car last night till 2 o'clock in the morning. We've just spent probably the last sort of 3 or 4 hours working on the cars, getting them ready, doing the final checks and adjustments, and now you're going to see his initial reaction. We've got to see our traffic lights here. I told him once we get to the lights and we take off, give it the berries and tell the camera exactly what you think.
All right, this is Chris here, the other part of C² to Tomo, about to take this little baby for the first ride since Tomo's finished the work and we've had a tune on her. So this is the 1330 you've seen on the channel. Let's get on the way to Rylstone and see how this little baby performs. This one or the second one? Okay, so that's a pretty good job. That thing fucking took off. Shouldn't swear, this is going on the internet. It just kicks in. I think it must get to like, I don't know, 3-4 grand, and then it's just like, woo, let's fucking go, baby.
Folks, I just saw Chris zoom by and the smile on his face was ear to ear. Needless to say, he's probably loving that thing more than he has in a very long time. Well, let's hit the road. Let's get to Newcastle so we can enjoy a beverage with the team from the Rylstone Classic and a bite to eat.
It's like a giddy schoolgirl. It's like a giddy schoolgirl.
Chris just gave me the thumbs up at the set of traffic lights. I think he's impressed.
That's 110 kilometers an hour. What the fuck? Oh my god. Shit, they got there quick.
Yeah, it's pretty spectacular.
Spectacular. It is spectacular. Jesus Christ, I got goosebumps.
I do too.
Far out. What the hell? This thing is a weapon. Oh, what do you think?
Yeah, it's great. Explosive.
It's pretty loud, isn't it? Like the sound, oh my god. I am dead impressed with this. Goosebumps again.
Now, I should also note, one of the best things about Grace now is the cup holders. Thanks to Retro Components, they're an awesome little bit of gear, fit a can nicely as well.
Alrighty, here we are. Just about to hit the motorway to head up to Newey. Feels like it's really starting. We got Taylor in the car as well. Tomo straight ahead in Grace. Let's get this party started. 156k. Would be pretty fucking amazed that this car is in Australia and we're heading on a classic car mini specific event, and he was always like, ah, there's no classic cars in Australia. I don't know why I'm putting an Australian accent because he's English. There's no classic car events in Australia. I'm not going to move out. I'm going to leave the classic car scene behind. It's like, oh Dad, you know, if only you could be here to see this, like, and be taking part. Far out. He wouldn't. I mean, his mind would be blown.
Alright folks, we are approaching Newcastle now. We're actually just gotten off at the Cardiff exit. I need to go to Supercheap. I need to change my spark plugs at around 4,000 RPM. And there goes Chris. It has a bit of a struggle. Kind of farts and carries on a bit, so I'm going to get some different spark plugs put in there and probably lean the mixture off a little bit, I think. But other than that, we're having a pretty good run. Alright, we're just out the front of Supercheap Auto in Glendale, and Chris has rocked up beside me, so let's go see and get his live reaction as to how good his car goes. Oh, mate.
Wowee.
What do you think, mate?
Oh, mate, this thing is, you've done a number.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Like, absolutely beyond expectations. I don't know what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And this is just special. This is a very special machine. Like, it goes.
Yeah.
And then, fuck me, sorry, you get to like $4 grand, and then she goes.
Yep.
Like, she goes. like I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. I did in the car as well. Just yeah, mind blowing. Like the sound, the pull, even just cruising on the motorway, just like drop it to third.
Yeah.
Jesus, shifts.
Yeah.
Even in fourth gear.
Yeah.
Pulls.
Away.
My dad would be proud.
Yeah.
I hope you're proud. I'm super stoked. You've done a fantastic job, mate. Can't thank you enough.
Mate, that's awesome. I saw the smile on your face at one stage and it was from ear to ear, so I figured it was pretty good. But
Heaps of smiles the whole way. Smiles and goosebumps. Just like I'm just in awe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hectic, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, nah, all good. All good.
Awesome job. I'm so happy.
Terrific.
Very happy.
That's what we like to hear.
Yep.
So let's head on in to Super Cheap. I need to get some plugs and maybe some extra parts. You know someone's doing their job when they say, "Is this for a lawnmower?" And it's actually for a Mini. How funny is that?
Head down to the mower section, boys.
Yeah.
You're all right. No, the Mini's small, but
Not 1.1 litre small mower. That's for sure.
true.
It's a long classic stand-up, isn't it? It's
Correct.
Acceleration versus cruise.
39.12.
Sweet. Just on
paying
card.
card?
Yeah, please.
Whenever you're ready.
All right, quick little spark plug change in the car park of Super Cheap Auto.
Last year was Bunnings.
Oh yes, yeah, it was actually. You got to have the inaugural side of the road repair. Yes.
We avoided that this year at least. We got to Newey before we did some adjustments.
Correct. And we actually got off the link road. Remember last year we lost all gears, and I had to use MacGyver to fix it.
That's right.
Forgot about that. But she went really well. Engine's staying nice and cool. Sits at probably below 80. It's probably 75 degrees, I reckon, whilst we're cruising. The only thing I will say is with the new 3.2 diff in there, I definitely found highway speeds, RPM, much better, much more reliable, less aggressive on the ears. But the downside is I'm finding I'm losing speed, especially when going up a hill. When we came up Mooney for instance, at the Big Dipper, I really had to give it the berries in fourth, and then when it dropped down to about 100, I could knock it back to from fourth to third. After that, I really found I lost a lot of speed, and I'd have to probably sit at about 4,000 RPM. So depending how this weekend goes, and I was talking to Chris, I might change it back to the 3.44. I think maybe it might be good for highway speeds, but overall acceleration and power, I'm just not entirely sure. It does have a better torque curve, better power curve. It feels like it comes on and distributes that a lot more smoothly. It doesn't feel like it just jumps through the gears, which is really nice. But yeah, the downside is, especially on takeoff as well, I'm finding once I take off, I really need to kind of feather the clutch. But that's also because it's got a lightened flywheel in there. But yeah, the advantage is better top end. The downside is it loses a lot of bottom end.
Yeah, you did disappear in the mirror a little bit. Well, not disappear, but you kind of, when you start appearing a little bit smaller, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and you were taking off like a bloody rocket at some stage. Really, really impressed.
No comment. So why are you changing the plugs today?
Just because they're too hot. Because we were running a high compression ratio, so I'm running 10:1 on the 1098 plus 20, so 1118. We need to run a cooler plug to try and keep that temperature down. I'm finding that at about sort of 3,000 RPM, it starts to splutter a little bit. So the tuner that I spoke to when he tuned Chris's car said to get rid of the BPR 5ES and go with either a 6 or a 7 with an 1100, and then Chris's we ran the BPR 8 ES and his is 1275. So I'll fire it up. We'll go check in actually. Yeah, 4 o'clock. We can go check into a hotel. It's only 10 minutes up the road. We'll see how it goes and report back. Just met a lovely British lady who said she had a Mini back in the UK, Mini GT, and gave us some compliments and took some photos. So yeah, really good. I love it when people come up to you randomly and tell you these stories. It just warms your heart. All right, so back to the hotel now. It's not overly far away. Just see how much better she goes now that we got the right plugs in it, or at least something a bit cooler, and it's not going to be running anywhere near as hot as what it was before. I did notice, like I said in the video, and I have said before, she sits at around sort of 70, 75 degrees like whilst driving, which is really nice. Doesn't really get much hotter than that. Tell you what though, my dash makes the biggest difference. So it is a little bit there in terms of that splutter if you heard it. I do just probably have to give it a little bit of a tweak and just play it by ear. Give it a little bit less fuel, a little bit more fuel, maybe a little bit more timing. We'll see how we go. All right, now back to the hotel. We'll check in and then we've got dinner tonight. Not sure what time, but Evan and the crew who helped organise the Rylstone Classic invite us out to dinner, so that's going to be fun. All right, just rocked up at the hotel. Quite a small room, but that's no issue. Got a bunk bed, so we got extra room for activities. Bam. Nice and cozy, and the world's smallest shower and toilet. So next on the agenda is go down, get the stuff, we'll dump it in a room, then we're going to go down to the pub for dinner. Alright folks, we're back at the room. We've had a wonderful day and a great night with the guys who helped create the Rylstone Classic. We're off to bed, we'll catch you in the morning. Well, good morning and happy Rylstone Day everyone. Time is just before 5:30 on the 8th of August 2025. Just gone back from the gym, so I'm gonna go get ready. I managed to grab myself a green tea on the way back from the gym. Man, that gym at Wall's End must have had their aircon on about 28 degrees. It was scorching there, and I'm also wearing pretty much a tracksuit. So anyway, let's get ready. Let's go do some pre-morning checks of our cars, make sure coolant, all that stuff is good, and then we'll make our way up to Cameron Park. All right, we are at the cars. Time is 6 AM. Check the oil, coolant level. Have a look at, yeah, plenty, excellent. All right, coolant level of my bottle is good. Yep, cool, plenty there. No visual signs of external oil leaks, not major anyway. Brake and clutch fluid are good. Morning, Chris.
Good morning.
Alright, same checks. Nothing visible. Yeah, we're looking.
Yeah, it's there. It's just a little bit cloudy. Cool. Not cloudy, but dirty, whatever.
Okay. Yep, and your oil's just as good as mine. Fabulous.
Perfect.
Oh, alright, let's hit the frog and toad. Alright, as you can hear, cars are going. Sounding nice. Lights are on. And we're ready to go. Alright folks, leaving the hotel now. Heading off to Cameron Park. Got the choke on. Car started really nice this morning actually, which is good. A little bit of mist on the old windscreen, but for the most part, she's pretty good. Struggling to see a little bit. Always handy to have a couple of microfiber cloths in the car. So in case you guys are wondering, my speedo doesn't work. Well, it does, but the speedo's out. It gets to about 80 k's an hour and then just jumps all over the place. So I use an app on my phone called Speedometer. Just helps me to assess what speed I'm doing and make sure I'm doing the right speed, which is super convenient. And I have it high on the quad lock mount, and it's charging my phone at the same time. Alright, we're here. Let's go pull in, get some fuel, say g'day to the crew, and get prepared to start the pretend rally. All right, we made it. Crew's behind us. We're going to do our driver's meet in a second. Had our first first little hiccup. Chris has blown his fuse for the rear tail lights, so I've got to change that for him. I'm not really sure what's going on. I've thought I'd rectified the issue, but clearly not. Good thing it's only a 30 amp fuse I've been throwing there.
So this is our sort of the pretend start for the pretend rally. All the action really starts down at Worthington Mini Garage and carry on. Now we're going to wind our way down out through Wakefield, Turrumbong, Mandalong Road, and just avoid the M1. So I haven't got any route instructions for you for this part. It's a bit of follow the leader. I'll sit out the front and we'll just cruise. If you do get lost, just chuck it into your phone, jump onto the M1 and get down to carry on to Worthington Mini Garage. That's about it. Get on the road and get on down. Well done.
Let's do it. All right.
Here we go.
Let's get cracking. All right, so quick little driver's brief meet is done. Now I need to fill in the old historic logbook to ensure that you keep up with the rules and regulations of owning a classic car here in Australia. Good thing is you only have to fill it out once for the day. You don't need to fill it out every single time you drive the car. What else we got to do? That's it, pretty much just follow the leader from here on in. Caught up with a couple of people this morning, which was nice. I haven't seen them in over a year. It's the usual Rylstone catch-up, which is really nice. And to make the car smell a little bit better, got a chopped air freshener we're going to stick in there. Melon. That's it, the frog and toad. Alright, so Chris just had his first drama. He didn't turn the fuel pump on. What a rookie. Alright, we're doing it, folks. We're doing the Rylstone Classic. We've started. Cannot wait to get into this. Now, one of the things I did to Chris's car, and you probably heard in that last scene, is an electric fuel pump. We wind up to a switch. It is either on or off. Pretty simple. Of course, Chris forgot to turn the fuel pump on. Started the car, started misfiring, wouldn't restart. What do we need to do? Turn the fuel pump on. What a rookie. Tell you what, folks, having a fridge in your car is probably the best thing, especially a classic Mini. Grab a drink while you're on the run. How good is that?
Sanctuary.
Coming off the exit at Gosford now, I've just lost my wipers and they are not working. No idea what's going on. Definitely drawing currents. Hope the motor hasn't cacked itself, because if it has, it's going to be a very long weekend if I do not have wipers. I've got one wiper about a third of the way up the windscreen. I do have some water repellent on there, so I'm just going to be moving my head back and forth to try and see where the hell I'm going. But we're almost there, so we can do a little bit of diagnosis. The time is about 10 past 8, so we're doing pretty well for time, which is great. We did say it was going to be about an hour and a half to Gosford, so pretty much spot on. Some of those roads though were absolutely beautiful. Oh, and Chris decided to give it the old right foot after we took off and hit it on the freeway, so he zoomed past me like a rocket. Alright, pulling in now. Good thing I brought my Crocs with me, because that is probably the best piece of clothing to wear. Good choice of shoes. Well folks, we're here. Let's do a quick bit of diagnosis and get the wipers working. Alright, just worked it out. It was stuck. It had jumped off the wiper and onto the rubber, so it couldn't pull itself back up. I could see the volt gauge pulling 12 volts and well, actually voltage drop of 2 volts. So it's now working fine. So let's get out of the rain and go see who's here. Right, well, definitely got the rain with us today. Let's just have a quick little suss of Grace, make sure she's all good. I am busting go to the toilet.
Sorry, I got the red mist when the red one went past me, so I was like, I'm going hunting. That's right.
And then I saw you go, take off.
I went up to about 130, like no drama,
yeah, right.
And the sound is great.
Yeah.
And you come in just learning how to, like, where you can drop it down and like
Yep.
where it's really on the cam.
Yep.
So yeah.
Good work. All right, got quite a few people here already. Fantastic. Shame about the rain. Hopefully it goes. It was looking pretty good earlier on, but we'll see if it clears up a bit later. Typical English weather though. All right, just use the lavatory. Very well needed, because we're busting for the last hour and a half. So we're in the BMW showroom at the moment here at Worthington Garage. Got a Classic Mini behind me. Celebrating all things Classic Mini, obviously this weekend. If you're in the area, if you want to come test drive a car, they offer that obviously. So make sure you come down and check them out. So, how good was that drive?
Oh, that was pretty special.
It was.
A little bit wet.
Yep.
Wiper's not the best, but fun nonetheless.
How good were those winding roads to the back of Groomong?
Yeah, good.
Awesome.
I thought as you came through there, because you're where you're from, right?
Yep. Yeah, we were like one street away from where I grew up as a kid. So we're very nostalgic. But yeah, great twisting roads and that fog and everything.
Yeah.
I was just
potholes though, right?
Oh yeah. One thing I will say is just follow my lead. Where I go, you go, because
That's exactly it.
There's a couple of times I saw you dodge it at the last second, but yeah, really good run other than the rain. So folks, there are 2 broad speeds in Australia, and they are both here. You got Jono in the green one, and another guy in the blue one. Not entirely sure who it is, but I'm sure we'll find out. How aggressive does that sound? Sexy car. Alright, we're just putting the roundels on. Got the windscreen done. This lovely lady has come to help, and she's helping us put the number on. Thank you very much again. Greatly appreciate your assistance. And she drives this beautiful Clubman down here. How nice is that? Absolutely stunning. All right, what a morning so far. Gone around, checked out some of the cars. Check out this guy, wearing his Crocs. Proper attire for the wet weather. And yeah, feet warmers. Quite a good variety of cars here. Hey, look at this guy. Who's that? What a bloke. It's actually really touchy. Really, really moving. I just saw that.
Yeah, so the blue one.
Mr. Evan doing an interview. Hey. Look, famous and famous. Got a good variety this year of cars. Quite a lot of new minis. It's good to see. So Chop Top's not here, but I believe he's got his Turbo Mini, so it'd be really interesting to have a chat with him and see how his Mini goes. I think he's pushing about 130 horsepower, so yeah, decent bit of power.
Get it repaired.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually a bit cold here. I'll have to put my jumper on. Dressed for the occasion.
No one told us to dress up.
Cheers. Front mud flaps are different.
How you doing?
Good. Good or bad news?
Tomo!
Nothing beats last minute preparation and cylinder heads.
Did a gearbox last like 3 weeks.
Yep.
Over the last 3 weeks.
Yep.
Rebuild that. So
Yep.
like, that's been totally fun.
Yep. Awesome. Well, you got to give it the shakedown. I've only done about 400 k's on my engine. Yeah, she's got a bit of a misfire, but if you power through, she's all right. So I think it's just a tuning issue. But the only way you're going to know is if you just do it.
Yes.
Exactly.
Suck it and see.
Yep.
That's exactly.
It's okay. So he did an exhaust valve on the way here. They got another cylinder head. Don't know how, but they do, and they're refitting the head now. Going to do the clearances and then be on the way. So hopefully they make it to the pub. And the rain's come back. Alright, I'm going to cut this video short because it is raining and I don't have an umbrella. I don't particularly want to be out here for ages at a time. Oh, hey mate. Good. How are you, mate?
Good, thanks.
Mate, what happened to the 850?
Stuff in the oil.
Yep.
I did an oil change and there are a whole bunch of shavings and stuff in there, so I'm like,
No.
I'm going to park it up until I can look at that properly. So
Good
don't
choice.
do any more damage.
Yep.
So already been talking to Lyndon at Catalina Classics to do a rebuild. So it's like, well, I don't want to do any more damage before we do that.
Yep.
So
Good on
Spring
you.
daily.
And what are you going to replace it with? Are you just going to rebuild the 850 or are you going to...
I'm not sure. We've got a 1100 block,
Yep.
so we might do that.
Cool.
Or might rebuild the 850 as well.
Yep.
So we'll pull the engine apart and see if it's all good.
Yep.
If it is, we'll probably go that way. So.
Yeah, sweet. Good
Yeah.
choice. So that was Huey. He drives an 850 and unfortunately, a couple of days before the Rylstone, he drained the oil. Well, probably a good thing he did. And unfortunately, as you heard, there's a bit of metal in there, which is not good. Probably a good thing that he has this issue now and not when he's on the road and the gear lets go or something happens. But it is what it is. We've got a guy doing a cylinder head over there. We've got a couple others broken down, but people are going to make it. So this is the joy of the Rylstone. You don't have to drive a classic Mini. It's more so just about enjoying the company, the time, the open road, and the camaraderie. Or just getting hoarded or getting herded into the workshop.
So it's the F1 season, driver briefing.
G'day.
It's different, isn't it? We're all jammed into the workshop. Shame about the rain, but it doesn't seem to have dampened the spirits. There's plenty of smiles out there. So, welcome to the 2025 Rylstone Classic. My name's Evan. You've probably seen emails from me, the occasional. And yeah, really excited to
We lost you
fiddle
now.
with the speakers today.
That's made it worse.
We're good to go. So yeah, welcome. If it's your first time, welcome to the family. If it's your second time, third, fourth, fifth, through to 14th, welcome back. It's great to see everybody.
Through a great drive and having a great exchange and seeing where the Mini brand and what your Mini story is as well. And looking forward to be driving together. Thank you.
But otherwise, we are set to get on the road. Stay safe, it's not a race. And I'll see you all tonight at the Globe for the World Karaoke Championships.
Yeah. Time to hit the frog and toad.
It is. From the UK.
All right, let's do it. The rally's upon us. Let's get moving. All right, so we're just going to be waiting here for Jono and his son to catch up with us. And then we can hit the Convoy. We've got both broad speeds in the conga line today, so can't wait. Alright folks, Rylstone Classic is well and truly underway. We are situated behind a Morris 1100 and we've got Jono in the broad speed, up a little bit further. We've got Chris, we've got Michael and the other gentleman, I forget his name unfortunately, who drives the other broad speed, but we're in the conga line of success.
Alright, we're actually off. Finally past the official start, the Rylstone Classic 2025. Got two broad speeds, the only two in Australia straight ahead of us. Shame it's raining, but hey, we take what we're given and we're still going to have fun. But how does it feel to not be slowed down? We have a free road ahead of us. How good? We can accelerate and do what we want when we want.
Pardon my French, but how good are these fucking corners?
How good were they?
Awesome.
That was a pretty sweet ride.
That was very nice.
Potholes again, but yeah, like nice, big sweeping.
Yeah.
Like take it in fourth or be cheeky, do it in third or even second.
I saw you pull away at one stage along the straight, and I thought, yep, Chris is giving it the berries for sure. Yeah, it's awesome.
That happened.
And we just stopped at, I don't even know where we are.
Wallenby.
Yeah, just at Wallenby.
What's that?
Just, hanging out. So I think Jono and
Jungle Juice.
old mates down there as well, so we might just go see him and see. Hey! There we go. All right, let's go have a look.
You know when you do navigation.
All right, just rocked up at the bar at Wallenby. Oh, just getting a little bit of footage of the scenery. So, Chris has been having troubles with his car. The 123 ignition app wasn't working. The car wouldn't start. Turns out it helps when you A, turn the fuel pump on, and B, if you actually connect your phone to the app. What a rookie. You know what? So far so good. Having a really good trip. Really nice drive. Got some really good bits of scenery there, which is good to see. And just roads as well, you just don't go on, which is really nice. We've got a bunch of cars out the front here. Just got to get my phone out of it because got it. Oops. Just answer the question. Oh, hey, mate.
Hiya, mate.
Good. You're good?
Yeah, man. Clutch is just getting a bit low on the floor for my bike.
Yep. No. Cool.
How you going?
Yeah. Good. Loving the new build, which is good.
Yeah.
All right, just pulled up at the vineyard for lunch. Didn't realise there was an actual vineyard today. I thought it was just going to be pies and all that jazz, but turns out it's going to be pretty nice. Hey, there's Dodgy Rog. What a trip that was. Getting those photos, oh my god. It's going to be awesome, cannot wait. All right, just rocked up at lunch. There's quite a few cars here, which is nice. Jono's here in the Broadspeed. Everyone seems to be here. We must have been one of the last people to get here. But here we are. What a great piece of scenery we've got. This vineyard. Absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, this gentleman just here has a flat battery because his alternator's not charging. We just checked it and it's outputting about 9.3 volts. So, guys in the support vehicle have a generator. We're going to fire that up, put the battery charger on, and give him a bit of juice while we're at lunch. Hopefully, it gives it enough charge to keep moving to the next destination. And he's also got spare battery. Not that it's going to be the best thing, but
that's all right.
No, you're right.
Another battery will help him out and get to the next point.
Standard. 2 amps.
As many amps as can. Should be right.
10.6 volts. Yeah, she's lucky.
Yeah. It's taking charge, so that's good.
Yeah, great.
Time to go get some lunch and see what there is. Definitely need to use the old lavatory. Hopefully we can get a bit of wine. Grab a cheeky wine and some honey for my son.
Do you want a bag for it?
Nah, it's alright. Thank you. Daddy Turner,
Good afternoon, young man. How are you?
Fabulous. How's
my wife said she hasn't received her jacket yet.
Well,
There's pretty bad Minisport service.
Yeah, well, you probably have to speak to Jono, I think.
Thank you, mate. I'll give you a kiss.
All good.
Oh yeah, we just had our wines. Yeah.
Walk around with
G'day, g'day.
How you
Hello,
going?
everybody.
How's your How was your trip to here?
Trip's so good.
Yep.
The sun came out.
For like a
crystal
second,
clear
yeah.
for a blink of an eye, and then before you know it's raining again. So you soon realise all the seal issues that you've got in a car when it rains.
Exactly, and how wet you get being in the car.
How wet you get when you're in
Correct.
the car. It definitely doesn't keep out the rain.
Indeed, indeed. It's a classic Mini, so what do you expect?
Yes, that's true.
So tell me about your car. Was it your dad's car or?
So we got that car when I was 13 years old.
Yep.
It was a purple automatic.
Yep.
And that was my first car from the beginning.
Yep.
Dad, we basically just bare shelled, stripped it apart, welded some arches on it, and then painted it red, and then just together worked on it over the years.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, came out to Australia in 2004.
Yep.
And Dad said, well, why don't we bring it with us? And
sweet.
That was it. Brought it out here. Got, Dad's best mate's engine, so 1360, 1380 is in it.
Yep.
And now it's up to me to, like everybody else, constantly fix it.
Yeah, true. And your old man's car, what does he drive?
So that was that little Mellow, as he calls it. That's a 76 Clubman.
Yep.
We actually got that from a barn.
Right.
It was, Dad did a service for a friend of mine.
Yep.
On a Mini.
Yep.
And then once he finished the service, the guy said, well, instead of payment, why don't you take the shell?
Yep.
And Dad said, yeah, sure, no worries. And then he opened up a shed full of parts for the shell.
Yeah, right.
That had everything for it.
Ah, cool.
So during COVID,
Dad
had no work. Rebuilt the car.
Nice.
So that's Mellow.
Yep.
He doesn't like getting it muddy, and today of all days,
it's very muddy. Yeah, and it's still raised. I see. He still has the philosophy to raise it every Rylstone, so he can avoid the potholes.
Yeah, that's it.
Or limit the damage.
I do the opposite. I like to have it low and feel every single tiny little rock on the road. But hey, it looks cool, and that's all that matters.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
Exactly, and to have fun.
And to have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is what it's all about. Everyone's cold, wet, exhausted, high on fumes, but we're having a ball.
We're all exhausted together.
That's it.
Indeed.
Now, earlier in the video, I did note down that a gentleman named Josh was having trouble with his alternator and it wasn't putting out enough charge. Turns out we found an alternator, so here we are getting it done and trying to get the car back on the road.
Alright, so we found an alternator. I'm not sure if it works. We're trying to convert it to the right terminals from an eyelet to a spade terminal, so fingers crossed. We'll put it on, see if it works, and hopefully get him back on the road. He's got the generator on the battery at the moment, so fingers crossed it's going to work. We're just rigging up a little jumper cable. This has a spade terminal and an eyelet, so we have to swap them around. So we need two female terminals here to go onto it. Once we've confirmed that, save us cutting it, that'll
make sure that the alternator is charging. If it is, we can send it to that, so fingers crossed.
No, only the officials.
Just watch your finger there. Well, it's on the wire, it's got to be on the terminal.
Yeah. Ready?
Yep. As I said, it's only got 12 volts coming out of the alternator. It only had 9 originally, so we've got 3 more. He's going to stick with us, and hopefully we're going to make it, mate.
Absolutely.
We're going to make it. Rain, hail or shine. Might be midnight, but we'll get there. All right, we're back on the road. We've got Josh joining the Convoy. Here's the gentleman with the red Mini, who's just had the issue with the charging. So hopefully what we've done is going to be enough to get him underway. Essentially, like I was saying before, we realistically need between 13.5 and 14.5 volts to make sure that the battery is going to remain charged. We've only got 12 volts. It's not ideal, but it's going to get us to Rylstone. Let's get there before this bloody big storm comes and dumps all its load on us. Alright folks, we made it to Rylstone. Whew. What a journey. Let's go grab a drink.
Really?
We made it. Cheers. Can't believe it. Well, I can, because I knew I'd make it. There's no doubt about it. We're here. Time to enjoy a beer in the streets. We made it.
Oh, he was behind me.
We survived.
I'm just over there, but he...
Now to get our accommodation soon. We'll hang out here for a bit. Meat raffle is going to get drawn in just under an hour for a couple of tickets to help support a local kid. Back to the room and kick up our feet and relax for the evening. Right, some really bad lighting here, but we've made it back to the homestead. Time is 7:10. We're gonna go get set up, get some food, and have a few drinks to relax. Alright, so welcome back to day 2 of the Rylstone Classic for 2025. We're heading into town for the minis and macchiatos. The time is currently 8:30. We need to be there before 10 for the awards, and then after that at 11 o'clock we're heading out to Bathurst. So we're going to go do the Bathurst Blat, which is just a hot lap. So we might go for a little squirt around there and see what we can do, but obviously be very careful. Today is the final day of the Rylstone, but we're actually going to be staying here an extra day. I always take a day off before and after it, just that way I've got enough time to prep to get here, as well as have a day to just unwind and relax.
definitely worthwhile, in my opinion, to at least take the Monday off, because it is a lot of driving. Depending where you're coming from, you're going to probably do a solid 600 Ks, if not more. And doing it in a classic Mini can be quite challenging, not only on the ears, the back, all the joints, but it is a really good event.
I like that. Yeah. Really good.
So how'd the car go this morning?
Started the first pop.
Yeah,
So
nice.
we'll see how we go on the way to Bathurst.
Did you recheck the voltage? How much it's putting out?
12.
Still at 12? Okay. Well, it's better than nothing. It's better than 9. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, keep an eye on it. What are you going to do before you get home? Like, are you going to order another one, or?
I'll get home and I'll reassess the situation. I'll probably need a new alternator.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you want to change it before you go though, or? Nah. You going to risk it for a biscuit?
Yeah, absolutely.
This guy's keen.
Yeah. Plus,
all the way back to
brand new
Tamworth,
spare
though.
battery.
Yeah.
So I reckon we'll be good to go. No lights, no wipers.
Did you charge your battery up last night?
No, we didn't.
No?
We had beers.
Yeah. That's fair call.
Winging it.
Charge battery, get smashed.
Yeah.
Priorities. Simple. All right, we made it, Rylstone. Let's go do a lap and see what there is. Just chatted to Josh with the alternator failure, and he said it went really well. It was either beers or recharge his battery, and he clearly chose the priorities. So let's walk the streets and see what there is. Yeah, mate.
Hey, Tomo.
How cool is this? Morning, mate. Good. People still rolling in. I think it's about 9:30, so we've still got a little bit of time before the presentation start. There's some seriously cool and quick cars here. If you see your car in this video, be sure to consider hitting that like and subscribe button, and even tag me in it, whereabouts it is, at what time frame. Really nice story with that pickup. It came from England, went to Canada, and then it came to Australia. Look at this colour, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So the pickup, as I was saying, came from Canada to Australia, so it's literally been around the world. If the person who owns it is watching, please correct me if I'm wrong. Really nice shops down here. If you're in the area, come say g'day. come stop at Rylstone and taste some of the wine and local food in which they have to offer. How's that Escort? Beautiful, mate. What, mate? Fantastic. Bunch of mokes here as well this year. Always good to see them.
It's 13 and a half, mate.
Volt? Yeah. Good work. Awesome. How's the old Land Rover? Got Broadspeed, got Grace, and Chris's Mini.
Red coats. So without them, there is no Rylstone Classic. I send out a couple of things on Facebook and the occasional email, and that's really all I do all the years. So they are the ones that make the classic. So to my long-suffering family as well, thank you very much for coming out and being a part of it as well. Stuffy holders, grab yourself a t-shirt. I'll also note Andrew turned up yesterday again in his black Rover. I think it was a cracked head. And it's now sitting at Worthington Mini Garage, ready to be repaired. It is for sale too, and it won't have a cracked head. Tickets are still on sale if you find Joe Zulian over near the blue Broadspeed. Those tickets are on sale for the next few major events.
Alright, so all the formalities are done for the day. We're going to go head out to Bathurst, go do a little hot lap, and then we can head back to the homestead. We're actually going to go to Supertube and just grab a couple of things, fix these small little niggling issues we've got with Chris's car, but looking forward to the drive. Well folks, that's it for the Rylstone Classic for 2025. We really hope you guys enjoyed the journey. I know it's been a hell of an episode and it's been a hell of a weekend. I've done 700 Ks since starting the Rylstone Classic and 900 on my freshly rebuilt engine. By the time we get home tomorrow, I'm likely to change the oil once again just to get it back on track and make sure there's no surprises in there. The 3.2 diff is a really good diff and I'm super happy with it. However, it's probably not right for this car. If I was doing touring all the time, long distance driving, it would probably be okay. But I just found at the long stretches, it was a really hard time to be able to get it to drive really well and be responsive. I found quite a lot. I was going back to third gear, sometimes even second, just to go up a hill because I'd lose that much top end speed. As I've said before, with a diff, you either get top end or bottom end. You need to choose a diff that is suited to the driving style that you're doing. Considering the Rylstone Classic is something I do every year and it's the most amount of Ks I do in 2 days in the entire year, it's probably worthwhile leaving the 3.2 in here, but I definitely find even just on the takeoff, if I'm on a hill, I really need to feather the clutch. Having a light and flywheel probably doesn't help that as well. So once again, it comes back to what you've got set up and the way in which you intend to drive it. But that'll be on another episode. I'll pull the engine out, swap it over and put it back in. We're going to go back to the homestead. We're going to spend another night there, just unwind, put our feet up, have a glass of wine because, you know, we're on a vineyard, so why wouldn't you? And then head back to civilization and then work on Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Please consider hitting that like and subscribe. Check out minisport.com.au as well as the Rylstone Classic for 2026. Hope you have a good afternoon. Catch you on the next episode of Tomo's Tune-Ups.